Let's talk about the second song that Interstate Music is allowing us to play. This was another number one hit, which you must love hearing that, right? Another number one
Yeah.
hit. This is 10 Rounds with Jose Cuervo, and we talked about alliterativeness earlier. This is a very alliterative song for sure. And again, I think you mentioned it earlier. More important than the rhyming scheme, perhaps, is the alliterative nature of this song. First of all, tell us how the song came to be. I also want to hear the story, if you will, about the backstage brawl. I'm making that up, by the way, between Garth Brooks and Tracy Byrd over this song. Tell us all about all of that stuff.
Well, how it came about, I was writing with Michael Heaney and Casey Beathard, and Heaney had been sitting at Jimmy Kelly's bar in Nashville, and this guy came in, and he was just like, he said he looked like hell. And his buddy that was sitting beside him looked over at him and said, "That dude looks like he went 10 rounds with Jose last night." And Heaney said he immediately thought, "That's a song." And so we had been tasked with the job of writing a song for Garth Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
And usually that's not what we do. We go in there and we write. We're either writing with the artist or we're just writing a song for the
Right.
day. That was the old way of things before all the
Let the
artists wrote their
pluggers
own
take
songs.
care of it afterwards.
Yes.
Yep.
But they had specifically asked to write us to write a song for Garth. And so we wrote this song hoping that Garth would cut it. And they sent it out to Garth and didn't hear anything back from him. I mean, it was like crickets.
Mm-hmm.
So Casey was playing the Bluebird, and he actually sang it at the Bluebird. And Tracy Byrd was sitting in the audience and heard it and asked him after the show. He's like, "What's going on with this song?" And Casey's like, "Nothing." And he goes, "Well, can I cut it?" He said, "Sure, you can cut it." So Tracy immediately went in and cut it. He cut it on a Wednesday, and on Thursday, Garth Brooks called. It's like, that's how it happened. And
Okay.
so they had to tell Garth that, that it had been cut. And so um, it ended up, Garth went in and cut it anyway. And RCA got wind of it and said, "Back off, we got the song." So he backed off. Well, Tracy put out a single and, won 10 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And so a little time goes by, and I'm in the Piggly Wiggly in Goodlettsville. And I walk around to where the milk is at, and there stands Garth Brooks. And he's like, "Hey." And I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I just kept walking. And I'd met him, I was with Major Bob. I wrote at Major Bob, and that was his company too. And so I get around to the front of the register, and he said, "So how you been?" And I said, "I'm good." I said, "I'm Marla." He said, "Cannon, I know who you are, your buddy's daughter." And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Man, I missed that song of yours." And I'm like, "You hate it, you ought to be me." And so, we talk for a few minutes, and then we go on about our business. Well, Tracy puts out his next single, and it's not 10 rounds again.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happens, Garth goes back in and cuts it again. And I'm wandering around doing something one day, and my phone rings, and he's like, "Marla, Garth Brooks." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever." And he said, "Seriously, it's Garth Brooks." And I was like, "This isn't funny, whoever you are." And he says, "I talked to you in Piggly Wiggly." And I was like, "Yeah." And he
Oh.
said, "Yeah." He said, "We've gone back in and cut your song again, and thought y'all might want to come over and sing on it." And we were like, "Of course." And he said, "Well, we're doing it at Jack's Tracks today at 1 o'clock." And so I called Casey and Heaney, and I'm sure, you know what I think, and just now it just dawned on me. I'm sure they were at the office, and they probably told them at Acuff Rose, "Hey, we're going over to sing on this song for Garth." And so that's probably how word got out, because we got over there, we sang on it. It was amazing. I'm telling you, it was a live mariachi band on it. It was this whole crowd of party singing. Everybody's singing along on the chorus. And as we're getting ready to leave, Garth stops us and tells us that Tracy had called him and told him to please back off. He said he told me it was going to be his next single. And he said, "I just wanted y'all to know that the right thing is going to happen with this song." And sure enough, Tracy put it out, and it was a huge hit for us. I mean, Tracy did it. It was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very, very grateful that, for Tracy. And
banjo sucked. The singer couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. Was on a mission to drown a memory, but I thought no way with all that ruckus. But after one round with Jose Cuervo, I caught my boots tapping along with the beat. And after 2 rounds with Jose Cuervo, the band was sounding pretty damn good to me. Then some stranger, he asked me to dance. I revealed to him my 2 left feet. Said, don't get me wrong, I'm glad you asked, but tonight's about me and an old memory. Then after 3 rounds with Jose Cuervo, I let him lead me out on the floor. After 4 rounds with Jose Cuervo, I was showing off moves never seen before. Show him something. Well, around 5 or around 6, I forgot what I came to forget. After round 7, or was it 8? I bought a round for the whole damn place. And after 9 rounds with Jose Cuervo, they were counting me out. I refused to give in. And after 10 rounds with Jose Cuervo, actually it was a rockin' horse and whiskey, and my mama don't want me to talk about it. I lost count and started counting again. Give me 1 round. I went 10 rounds with Jose Cuervo. Thank you so much.